Hello, good morning. I'm Gary Whiting of Gary Whiting's Equine Massage School.
Okay, Gary, this one's pretty near and dear to me. What about the reining horse?
All right, you tell me what you do with a reining horse, and then let's see if you can figure this out, all right?
Well, normally I win. What I do with the reining horse.
Yeah, good.
But what I've noticed is a lot of driving and collection and lifting. And so for what we like to do is we really want that horse lifted up its back. We want them hind end underneath it and using itself.
Okay, how about any quick stops?
Definitely, you know, the slide stops, the hard turns, the rollbacks, all of that.
All right, now we've been talking about these different things, and I've been telling you about specific areas being accentuated because of the nature of the sport. Let's see how good you are. What areas would you think? See how well your education has gone here. Okay, so what?
Based off of the slide stops that we do, I would assume that the hind end is probably pretty important.
Uh-huh.
All right. From experience, I would also assume that stifles. Seems like that's an area that can get pretty sore every once in a while. And then because of the collection, I would assume that lat muscle or all the whole top line would be pretty important.
Well, I think you need to take this whole thing from here on out, because that's exactly what I was going to address. Especially in the stifle, when you set down like that, and you're picking up a lot right in here. And of course, driving, the back end is critical. Now there's a number of things that can also influence this top line. You're correct. The bending and the collecting and everything you have to do is going to affect the back. But also, it's an interesting thing about a saddle fit, because you're using so many dynamics here. A saddle, unfortunately, does not fit for every movement of the horse. It's good if you're standing there perfect. Once you start motion, then the clothes don't fit right anymore.
Right.
And so you're getting a lot of dynamics put into that back, and that saddle can actually be putting pressure at different areas. So in your sport, that is going to be a big one. So in here, and that's going to affect your withers area. Now, if these areas are not taken care of, it's just a matter of time before everything starts moving through the whole horse, and the whole horse becomes a problem.
Sure. From
there to there and everywhere. So make sure you spend a lot of time getting in these withers area. Take the EquiSport massager and take it up to some very high dynamics, as far as you can twist this knob, and just work this area and catch some of this fascia area back in here as well. Now this, you can go all different directions on that, but I put a lot of pressure. I like to put a lot of pressure going along. You see that quivering going on there? That's what you want. So take it real slow right there, and when you see that quivering, then hold it at that spot, because they're telling you there's a release going on, so it gives off a tickling sensation. And so you get that, and as you're doing it, pretty soon you're going to see the head will get lower and lower and lower. But this is where I'd go first, and then I would come into the back end, and of course down into the stifle area is going to be really important. So you nailed that one right. You're a good student.
What about pre and post performance? What would your recommendation be for that?
Ah, that's right. That's good. The before your pre-performance, you want to do more of a tonifying. You don't want to sedate your horse down to where they're like this. Post, when you're done, then you can go into the deeper work, the long, spend more time instead of just quickly going through and stimulating that muscle and getting them up and going. Of course, you want to do the whole horse on a pre, but if you have sedated them and relaxed them, make sure you finish off with a little stimulation. You know, the quicker, and that tonifies. That makes them that puts them up ready to go. And so, but after, you know, post event, just let them relax. Just give them a good massage, and you don't want to bring them up. You want to bring them down so they can just go But then, when it's time, say you've got a nice relaxed horse, when it's time to go out and perform, just do something tonify, something quick. You don't have to do not spend a long time before a performance, only after the performance.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, good call.